Welcome to Street Stories, part of the Bodacious Tenacity podcast and newsletter. I'm Jamie Seaton. Every day, people all over the world do things they're afraid to do. In this series, I'm speaking to ordinary folks who've taken extraordinary steps in their own lives despite fear. I hope you enjoy today's story. We are sitting here with Gareth Davis. So you are here with your wife, Amanda.
I am very lucky to be here with my wife.
And do you have a story of persisting through fear?
Yes, I suppose I do. And it started from a very young age. Basically, I was the youngest of three boys. And in the UK, the system was you had an exam at 11 years of age called 11 plus.
Mm-hmm.
And that decided your future, whether you were going to go on to management, bigger and better things, or whether you were going to go and be a manual worker in a factory, with the roads, whatever. I went through school being told by all my teachers, because my two brothers went before me, you're not as good as your brother, not as good as his brother, not as good as your brother. And that had a massive effect on my confidence, no confidence. And I sat the M+, failed it miserably because I didn't understand it. And so I went to a secondary modern school. I tried my best, I always tried my best. But my best was never good enough. In maths, particularly, we were told by the maths teacher, he said, I'm not going to teach you the whole syllabus because you're not going to be able to pass it anyway. Yeah, and he said, if you get everything right that I've taught you, the maximum you get is a grade 3. Is a grade 3. And the grades were 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you could only get just above the middle. So I did my exams. I did well in my exams. I had a grade 3, and my brother went to South Africa, and I missed him deeply. So I saved up money, and Amanda and I went out to South Africa. I had a lecturer at the time in college who said to me, why aren't you going to university? And it was because I was frightened. I didn't have a confidence. And he said, you can go, do it. And I wouldn't. So in them days, you had UCAS forms. I filled in, must be 20 of them, but I didn't have the courage to post any of them. And then the day before we were due to fly to South Africa to go and see my brother, Amanda and I saw the pile on a table, and I just picked one up at random, put it in a post box, and that was it.
Written 20 letters to different universities?
Filled out 20 applications to different universities. But I didn't send any of them because I didn't have the confidence.
Okay, and then you chose one at random.
Just in the pile, put one at random, get in a post box. We went to South Africa. 3 or 4 weeks later, I had a phone call. And it was a gentleman from Liverpool University. He was very lucky again, he was a Welshman.
Okay.
He had seen my letter, my application, and he told me, he asked me, would I come? He said, the only thing I think you would struggle with is maths, but we'll help you with that. So after 6 weeks, I came home. I was supposed to stay there a lot longer. I came home and I then go to university. And I come from a small village in South Wales. Everybody knows everybody. And I was really frightened about going. I really nervous.
What were you frightened of?
Leaving home, not knowing anybody, going to somewhere new.
So you and Amanda were living in your small community?
No, yes, she with her parents. I was with mine.
And so you were going to have to move to Liverpool?
Yeah.
Okay, so go on about the fear of that.
That terrified me because I'd never been away from home, as such, been on holidays, etc., but never lived anywhere. And the thought of being on my own with people that I didn't know, and my thought was people that were more intelligent and cleverer than me. And because I wasn't clever enough, that was always instilled in me by the teacher. That's stuck in my head. I had never succeeded, but my mum told me to go, and I went, and I came home, and I told my mum, I can't go back. Why? I'm homesick, I can't go back. I had terrible time settling in.
What was it like when you first got there?
Well, you don't know anyone, and you got to make friends. Believe it or not, I was very shy in them days. I wouldn't talk to people. I wasn't outward. I came home between starting and Christmas, and my mum said, just go back, stay to Christmas, and if you don't like it then, don't worry, come home. So all you've got to do in life is try. It doesn't matter if you succeed or not, just try. If you don't succeed, you've tried. You know you've tried.
Right.
But give it a go. And I went back with the support of my mother and my wife Bayer, now she's my wife, she was my girlfriend then, who was very patient and put up with a lot of me because I was constantly working. And I went to university and I studied and studied, but I did find the maths really difficult to start with. So this Eddie Jones knew the maths lecturer in Liverpool, introduced me to it. And he gave me 1-to-1 for an hour every week. I was on a course with lots of people who had done A-level maths, highest you can do in.
Right.
And we had maths in big auditoriums, class. The lecturer there, and he'd have this one for it project. And he'd just mumble away, do a maths specimen. And then start couldn't get to the next one. I say, and I realised I'm sitting here, I don't understand it, and if I don't speak up now, I'm going to lose my opportunity and I'll never get another opportunity like this. He went another one, everybody understand it? And he was about to turn the paper and said, what don't you understand? All of it. What do you mean all of it? He was horrible, right? I said, I don't understand any of it. This one? No, any of it. So anyway, he had to go back, and he did it 3 or 4 times, then I got it. And I started having lessons with this lecturer who spoke to the maths lecturer on our course and basically had a word with him. And the maths lecturer then said, best thing he ever did was speak to me about that, because I realised then that for everyone that says they don't know, there's probably 20 more going
exactly. They're just too afraid to speak up.
And I was only had the gumption to do it because I was 21. I was older. I realised this is my last opportunity, last piece of cake, and if I don't take it now, I'm never going to get it. The exams came and went. I had an A. I passed with an A, and a lot of the people who had A-level maths failed it because they were so arrogant. They didn't think they needed to attend the lectures, and they were kicked off the course. And so, from the inspiration of my mother and my wife supporting me, give me that belief that I could do it, that I wasn't thick, that I just needed to apply myself. And I just think, I'd be lucky. So I'm now a chartered accountant. I did a accounting saving degree. I'm now it's like an accountant for the construction industry. Looks after all the costs and everything. It's still something to do with my bricklaying and construction. Yeah. I'm up there now with architects, engineers, and so I'd never change the way the route I took.
What do you think changed that day when you hadn't sent any of the applications in and you had the stack of 20 and you randomly chose one? What went through your mind that day when you made that choice to do that?
Honestly, I don't know. I just looked at the pile. I should really have posted all 20 to give me more of an opportunity. Right? If the one that I'd sent didn't accept me, that I don't know where I would have ended up. But that one, it was just fate. I'm so lucky. I've been very lucky in life in that respect. That I sent that one. If you don't try, you'll never know.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it. You can always try again. Try. And if you fail, you fail and then move on. In life, you're not the failure. No one's a failure unless you just get on with it. And you're always going to regret the things you haven't done as opposed to things you have done and might not have gone right. All those opportunities in life, seize them, try them, go for them.
Thanks for listening. If you're enjoying the newsletter and this series, please follow us on our socials. And if you'd like to share your own story of persisting through fear, please reach out through our socials. We read every comment. Have a bodacious day.